Previously, on the Owl Preservation Society. You see a tied-up dwarf, Narlo McDuggan, the man in charge of finding your mother. And he kind of clicks his fingers as he remembers. Ranric! I sent Ranric to Phandalin with a letter for you. Searches through his pockets, and he comes out with a white envelope. It has an M on it. Marlo, are you drinking any drinks?
I've got 4, ain't I? I'm taking them with me.
So the airship lands on the outskirts of Keldel. On a hill to the south is a church.
Just everyone get their weapons out. This is definitely going to be a zombie place.
I'm going to drink one of my pints.
You notice a piece of paper sticking out of the floorboard. A envelope with an M on it. A dead body at the base of the fountain. And its arm is outstretched and it is pointing to the south. You appear to have misplaced a friend. I hope they don't meet a messy end. I'll be watching from atop my perch as you venture towards the church.
No one looked in the outhouse in the farm.
I'll quickly run over there and kick down the door.
You run up to this shed and kick this door open. As you do, you hear several whirrings and clicks as several crossbows fire at the same time. You see a bound dwarf on the wall, a bound female dwarf on the wall, as 8 crossbows fire and 8 quarrels fly into the dwarf, and she dies instantly.
Oh shit!
There is a piece of paper on the door with an M on it.
Has Haji learnt his door-kicking lesson? Will he meet Morric's fiery aggression? This may be a painful entrance into the diary, as we fight it out with the Owl Preservation Society.
Hello folks, welcome to episode 2 of the Owl Preservation Society. Marlo isn't here tonight, so Pete will play both Frank and Marlo. But with no further ado, please cue the new jingle.
He's tall and his blue, such a dubious chap. It's Frank's drunken recap. Tourist done renew the basement. Colin Robertson is probably still dead. Narlo was tied up downstairs. Narlo is a little dwarf. Cultists like little dwarves. Narlo is all sorts of magic. Westbridge loves us. Don't give kids money. Sometimes give kids money. Harvest Tavern. I didn't eat the corpse. I ate a bit of the corpse. Haji nearly killed the mum. Haji killed a mum.
So how it is at the moment, Haji kicked open this door, saw this dwarf get shot by 8 crossbows and just die. The door closed again, and now you have this envelope with an M on it on the front of you. Still paused in that door-kicking motion.
Hey, Morric, get over there.
I'm going to be walking very slowly over, but trying to scowl. You can probably see the heat building up.
You're gonna fucking hate me, yeah? Our friendship probably won't exist after this.
You walk past Haji, and there's an envelope with an M on the door. It says, behind this door lies a rather clever trap. Better ignore it and go elsewhere on the map.
Shove the door open with my foot.
You push the door open slowly, and you see in front of you a female dwarf who is bound and gagged and hung on the wall. She has multiple arrows sticking out of her. She has one in her eye, one in her neck, the rest in her torso. And you obviously fear the worst, run towards her and grab her up in your arms. And through the tears that are building in your eyes, you recognize this dwarf as a dwarf called Sibia, who is a traveling companion of Narlo.
You were fucking lucky, Haji, because I was going to kill you if it was the mother.
I'm assuming I see a bit more now, so I'm going to run in,
I'll pick her down off the wall and take her into this little field. Lay a corpse here.
Sorry, man.
Narlo sees as well and runs over and he shouts, Cynthia! What happened? He pulls his axe out, seeing the arrows in her.
The Kenku left a trap, and this fool set it off. Take your anger out on the Kenku. We're going there next to settle this.
He turns his eyes to you, Haji, and you expect to see anger, but you see only sadness. And he says to you, she had 3 children waiting in Mirabah. I expect you to make this right.
Come on. I've already been sorry, man.
Haji's going to become a dad in Mirabah.
Gizzle tries spare the dying, but these crossbows were aimed at vital organs, and she bled to death instantly.
I'm gonna bury her before Frank eats her.
So Frank, you approach the field of dead crops, and Oslevo and Marlowe probably come in with all the shouting that's been, and you see everyone crouched around a dead female dwarf with arrows sticking out of her. I mean, you probably fear the worst.
Morric, is that your mom?
No, it was one of Narlo's companions.
So, she dead. You know that, yeah?
That's why I'm digging a hole.
Oh, I see that. Would you like some help with the hole?
Is Frank going to help me dig the hole, or is she going to make the body smaller?
I've just eaten. I have no spade, so I'm going to dig it with I guess I'm digging a hole with a sword.
It's only shallow, and as you put her in, we'll just say, Narlo, do you want to say any words?
Would you like to say them to her? I can speak to her for you.
She, like me, didn't take much stock in magic. I think it would be beyond her wishes.
Oh, okay.
Sibia was a great warrior and an even better mother. He shoots a look at Haji. She died how she lived. She did not deserve to die like this. She deserved to die in battle. Rest in peace, my friend.
And as he walks off,
Do you want me to play you? I'll play you a tune as the.
I'll shoot a firebolt in and set the body on fire.
Narlo just starts marching towards the church.
Set fire to the corpse, then leave.
I imagine Trader's probably going to have a peck before he goes, but
Pass without trace.
So everyone kind of creeps towards the church, and Gizzle kind of uses his range of magic to make everyone a lot more stealthy. And as you creep up the hill to the church is a big stone building that goes into a steeple, big wooden doors. Off to the side is a graveyard with a 4-foot wall around it and a big iron gate. Everyone notices at the same time, but Frank reacts in pure abject terror as there are 8 zombies walking around the graveyard, and they are just shambling around this graveyard. Some of them not even moving, just kind of swaying in the wind. They have not seen any of you yet. The gate to the graveyard is closed. Large tree in the middle of the graveyard.
I'm holding my morning star and looking at Morric for approval.
Can we from here see if there's any notes on the door of the church?
There's not.
Is there a keyhole that I can peer through?
No, it's just a large wooden door, not meant to be locked by means of a key.
How much distance is there at the bottom of the door? Can I look under the door?
Give me a perception roll. You can see under the door, but it's a dark room inside. You kind of get the feeling that it's a large room, but you expected that anyway. It's a church.
If you take the church, man, I'll kill all the fucking zombie shite.
Could I? I'm crawling from here.
You want to crawl the length of the wall? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
With that, can I actually just jump over the wall and attack the first one here?
Okay.
He hasn't learned
Can
any
I
lessons.
see him doing that? And before he gets to the wall, because I'm in front of him, can I just shoot at the first guy?
I'm going to do kind of all these things at the same time. So, Oslevo, I'm going to say you creep up to the gate at the same time that Haji vaults over the wall, and Gizzle fires an arrow shot. All those things happen at the same time. We'll resolve them one at a time. So, Oslevo, You see, as you look through the gate, a dwarf bound to the tree in the center of the cemetery.
Ah, Haji.
Ah, damn it.
Haji, as you bound over the wall, you land feet in front of this zombie, yeah, and roll an attack on it.
Could I quickly ask, zombies in D&D, if they scratch or bite you, does that hold repercussions in the form of you dying by turning into a zombie?
Roll me a history roll.
Oh.
You have heard stories of those being slain by zombies returning as zombies, but you don't know how true those stories are. Haji jumps over, whacks his Morningstar down on this zombie, and you just crush it. You feel bone cracking underneath as you do 12 bludgeoning damage to it. At the same time, all the zombies turn to look at you. Gizzle, you get a shot off. Get your arrow out real quick, but you fumble it and drop the arrow to the floor and lose the opportunity of surprise. Initiative from everyone else, please.
I'd like to use my +2 charisma for my initiative.
So at the top of the round is Mala. You are outside of the cemetery as you see several zombies start to kind of move towards Haji. What do you do?
I'll shout my battle cry and go big.
Okay, so Jarlo shouts out his magic word, which is Jarlo, and grows massive. And then what do you do, Jarlo?
So Hardy's in the graveyard on his own.
Yeah, and there's so he's face to face with one zombie, and there are 7 more zombies about to walk towards him.
I will drink my 3rd point, and then
Pint surely's got bigger than as you grew, right? So it's now like a Methuselah style pint.
Yeah.
Chuck the pint glass at the zombies. It's giant.
Cover them over.
Yeah, okay, I'll take the pint glass.
The 2 pints you were holding, the remaining pints grow to like the size of barrels. You drink a bit and then you throw it at your nearest zombie. It hits the air above the wall. It shatters and goes no further. It seems to have met some impassable force.
Good job I didn't waste an arrow then. Okay. How thick are the walls?
Negligible, like the depth of a brick.
Can I try and break the wall down with my giant strength? Get the big boot. The big boot.
Okay, got a natural. You got a natural 20. You kick it, and your foot seems to hit this same field of protection, and bounces back. It does no damage to the wall at all.
Good luck, Haji.
I'll drink my last pint.
Okay, I was going to say that's the end of your go, but yeah. Okay, yeah, you drink your last pint. Oslevo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just seen Beer not go through the wall. I've seen Jarlo not go through the wall. So I don't want to try and shoot anything.
To clarify, you saw Beer not go over the wall, and Marlowe not be able to attack the wall. There is a dwarf bound very similarly to the one that you found in the shed, tied to the tree in the center of the yard. An older male dwarf.
I'm going to sneak attack this zombie.
As you fire that, the arrow explodes within a few feet of the crossbow as it seems to hit some kind of barrier above the wall.
I tried so hard. Okay, move here.
I'm going to give you just down the center of the church. You see wrecked pews kind of thrown either side. You see 2 dead bodies, one in the pews, one up against an altar. You see a large statue at the back of the church. You also make out 2 doors to the left and the right immediately as you would enter the front of the church.
Okay.
Haji.
Transform into a tiger.
So you
like
find... So yeah, you find yourself in this graveyard having jumped over 8 zombies now, eyes on you. Your fur just extends from all over your body as you become a were-tiger.
As much as I feel guilty for whatever may happen, I'm actually really happy that I'm about to kill things. I mean, my blood's pumping, right? And I'm going to chuck my Morningstar at the one in front of me.
Yeah, this zombie in front of you just crumbles to the floor as you smash it with your Morningstar.
Can I slightly be at least wary as I approach this one over here with both my claws?
Yeah, So you bound over there, kind of on all fours as a tiger, but your head kind of whipping about, taking in everything as you
Yeah,
can.
the idea is to actually protect. So if there's anything that's going to fly out, I'm kind of almost ready to take the damage myself as a human shield.
You get to that other zombie unmolested.
Yeah, and do 2 unarmed attacks.
You run over on all fours. Your last few feet are covered by a bound as your claws come out, and you just rake it down the entirety of the zombie, which racks backward as you rip flesh from it. You can see like the bone of its teeth, and as you ripped away chunks of its chest, you can see ribs, but it still stumbles towards you. This one.
I'm going to roar in its face.
It does not notice. Chode. So Chode runs across the floor, jumps up with his, because he's really shit at flying, and kind of just wafts his wings about and flies wobbly over the wall, and he passes and lands on the other side.
Okay, he's going to attack the dude in front of him.
Runs at the zombie in front of him.
2 claw attacks.
Yeah, just goes chicken shit crazy. Just yeah, both hit.
Ooh, 17.
Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah, so Chode, I'm going to say actually, he flies over the wall. He actually does quite a good fly. He lands on this zombie's face with his claws. Just rips at this zombie's face. Manages to, like, deflate both of its eyeballs. And just, like, raking, and then just falls back, blood dripping from its claws. It actually licks one of its claws. and smiles its abyssal smile. Everyone watching sees Haji run over, kill this zombie with a morning star, run over to the other one, slash that one. Chode jumps over the wall, slashes these other zombies. They're going down left, right, and centre. But those of you outside notice fresh mounds of dirt appearing all around the graveyard as skeletal hands come out and start to pull bodies up from all over the graveyard.
Oh,
As much bigger undead figures
Bring
themselves from the floor and arise. And with this, they are all shambling in. They all just scramble in. And these guys are moving much, much faster than the normal shambling zombies. 6 of them are going to attack Haji as he just screams in rage and excitement.
Blood Curse of the Eyeless as a reaction on the lowest one, over 20.
Yeah, roll your Humancraft dice then and take it away, yeah. So you got 3 that hit, right?
Yeah.
So between them, they do 28 bludgeoning damage and 15 necrotic damage.
Jesus.
So
I have
42
resilience
damage
against
in total.
bludgeoning, so 26 in total.
Yeah, so these guys wail against you, but your hide is too thick, but the necrotic energy from their attack just drips through your defenses. And then 4 of them are going to attack Chode. 35 damage in total. I will let you know that, yeah, Haji notices this. Battle-hardened Haji realizes that these guys spent a lot of their time digging their way out of the ground. So on a normal attack, they probably could have got 2 slams in instead of 1. So these guys were probably 50% as effective as they could have been.
Jeez.
It's almost as if you shouldn't just rush into every single trap, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, but that's Haji.
like that.
That's Haji, though, isn't it?
It is now the normal zombies, guys. Now I reckon one's going to be able to attack Chode. Tries to slam against Chode, but doesn't quite make it. It is now Narlo's go, who is going to run up, kick the gate open, barge in, and attack this zombie. He got a critical fail and a 2. The grief is too much for him, and he's attacking out of pure hatred, and it's just his axe blows aren't connecting. He's just not concentrating like the warrior that he is. Morric's go.
I can't do any spells because there's a barrier. So I have to do either something outside to myself or go over the wall and die. So I think I'm going to go in.
Just to let you know, I have resistance to fire damage while I have the ice rune on me.
Yeah, I can't go a fireball through the gate, but I can go in and then do it. So I'm going to go in here.
Morric, can you give me an Arcana roll? You very much feel a barrier that tingles as you go through. It feels as if you're pushing through something.
But I'm inside now, right?
You are inside now, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna do benign transportation 30 feet forward. 5.
As you rub your hands together, bring the energy out of your hands to benign transport yourself. It doesn't work.
Okay. No spells at all then. Can I use green flame blade and hit him then? Hit the zombie? I'll just have to hit him with a staff.
You hit him for the bludgeoning damage, but the green flame that you have come to rely on does not appear. And Frank, with your background in the Arcana, you dabbled for a while in the sorcerer thing. You saw Morric try to cast a spell and it failed.
I'm going to shout, "Get out of there, child!" And then I'm going to skirt this way so I can't move closer to any zombie.
Frank once, in a test to obtain a god's relic.
Kaiser's.
Okay.
Yeah.
The task was to survive in a graveyard full of zombies without killing any of them, and Frank was torn to pieces. He was levitated as he died, so he was just like a fountain of blood spinning around. I think Morric even spun him as he died. And even though it was just a vision, he is to this day terrified of zombies, so cannot move towards.
I've got inside the church.
You enter into the church, you see the same things that Oslevo did.
Can I use thaumaturgy to try and open the doors?
Well, either side of you,
Yeah.
they both fly open. You see into this one on your right, which seems to be a bedroom of sorts for whatever clergy would live in the church. The other one, I'm going to say you can't really see in unless you actively.
I've seen it not work. If I'm going to try it, Hunter's Mark. Yeah, that's what I thought.
The laser focus that you normally get from Hunter's Mark, nothing appears, but you do still use the action it would have cost.
We'll just fire at it like normal then.
You kind of jump over the wall, fire off your arrow, but it just kind of hits him in the small of the back. You don't really care. Draw your arrow, fire at the other one. You hit it, it scrapes off its skull, but carves out like a massive chunk of skull.
Then use my second attack on the first guy I aimed at.
This one hits the back of his skull, and that zombie falls down dead.
I'm trying to find Oz. Where is he? Come on,
yeah, you look around. You can't quite see over the wall, but Jarlo.
Hello. The wall. I can just step over it.
Yeah, man.
Like these zombies, they're my people. I'm gonna come in. I see the bloke in the tree.
So as you step over the wall, as you're quite a big fella, yeah, you see the dwarf bound to the tree, and then you see the heads of the zombies, and then you realise that you can't quite see the dwarf on the tree anymore as you shrink back down to normal Marlow size.
You what? Drank all my pints, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think me and the zombies are tight though.
Wait till they go, you realise you're not that tight.
Tell you what, Marlow, do you want to use the rest of your turn, do a religion check to check if you and the zombies are tight?
Yeah, okay.
You're not sure, but you get hostile vibes. Pretty much what happened is you held out a fist bump, and you did not get fist bumped back. Marlow, if you want it, I'll give you one attack.
I'm gonna attack the dude in the tree with my crossbow.
The dwarf?
Yeah.
What?
Really?
Why?
Okay.
What?
It would definitely be a disadvantage, because there's a lot of people in front of you and you're not giant anymore.
I mean, surely this makes me look okay now in comparison.
right.
You fire an arrow and it thuds into the tree, and the dwarf kind of looks over in your direction. Oz.
Jump over the wall just behind Gizzle, and then fired at this guy.
Yeah, the arrow, this one goes in where Gizzle clipped off the bone. Your arrow goes into the skull and sticks out. Chode.
Chode's going to attack the one in front with 2 claws attack.
He did. Chode climbs up him, grabs hold of the top of his head with his beak, and rips the head from the body.
The bonus action, he's going to use second wind, and then he's going to try and get over the wall.
So he's going to move and take 2 attacks of opportunity. He's down, Pete. They hit him for 16, 24, 29 damage.
Yeah, he's down.
As he tries to escape.
Oh.
And Chode falls limp and unconscious to them. Haji.
Crimson right. to make my blade frozen, and I will attack with my Morningstar.
That hit.
Oh, thank Christ.
You focus on your weapon, and cold energy coalesces around the top of the Morningstar as you bring that down on the zombie, doing 12 damage.
And I will do Morningstar again.
And it bounces back, and you pump more of that cold energy, cold magic through the Morningstar. See the top kind of freeze over, and you bash it with this like solid mass of ice that smashes as you hit the zombie in the head for
And
19
with
damage.
that, I'll also do Brand of Castigation. So it will, if it attacks me, I think I add my intelligence modifier to damage it, and it can't run
It's
away.
definitely going to attack you.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll remember that for when it attacks you, and which is now. Now it's going to attack you. So you're resistant to bludgeoning, so you take 9 damage in total.
And he takes 3.
The other one is going to turn around and attack Marlowe, and he swings his arms at you, Marlowe. But now that you're small, you can move a lot quicker than when you're big, and you duck under all of them. Frank, the other 3 are going to eat Chode.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They're literally going to chow down on him like he was Kentucky Fried Abyssal Chicken. Cue sad music. Please don't play the bagpipes. The large zombies see Chode go down, and they just fall on him into a devouring rage and tear him apart, wings, head, legs, and they just shove it into their mouth as they consume Chode, the abyssal dickhead chicken.
You sound like you're enjoying that.
They are. Best meal they've had in ages. They're enjoying
I
it.
can't even see this happen.
Oh,
What's-
man.
Who's going to tell Frank?
I mean, I feel a bit bad because Chode had such a high moment with climbing up that zombie and
That was
pulling,
beautiful.
like pulling the head off it. That was.
He peaked.
Do you think if he'd lived, nothing would have been better than that moment. So let's go Haji first. While he narrates his wine.
This is Chode bleeding out. This is the noise it made.
Sorry, my bad.
This zombie comes in to try and just smash into Haji, but it bumps into the tree. And then the other one's going to slam Morric with a 19 mark.
I think I might cast shield.
Alright, you throw your hand up and you take 5 bludgeoning damage. Narlo is going to charge in, get in amongst these big beefy zombies. Stands on the blood spot that once was Chode. Runs on him with his great axe. Swings it once, and this one is still emotionally driven and he's not paying attention and he completely misses. Swings back round with another 2 attacks and hits with both. Morric, over to you.
I'm going to try something. I'm going to walk out the gate.
As you try and walk out the gate, you come against a magical wall that feels as strong as stone.
Saw that coming.
Of course he does. Alright, I'll just hit one of the zombies then.
Yeah, 20 that hits. Try to push your way out of the gate and find an impenetrable barrier. Just swing around and just smack your staff across the face of this zombie.
Bushy, I choose you!
As you grasp your amulet and shout your magic incantation, nothing happens.
Aww.
Sorry, Bushy McBushface. I'm a big fan. Frank, over in the church, you just feel something. Something just feels not right. Can't quite grab hold of what it is, but you know that something's happened.
I'm going to push that down with all the other feelings that. That's what Frank does. I'll push it down, pretend it's not real, and just carry on through the church.
So as you walk past the open door on your left, you see a room with a staircase leading up.
I will head up the stairs and can I stealth though?
I don't know, can you?
Well, let's find out. Probably not. Alright, wooey.
14.
That's better than 10.
You can start sneaking up. As you step up the first few stairs, you see runes light up on every other step, all the way up the stairs, and you feel a rumbling coming from above. and I need you to roll me an athletics saving throw.
Oh, couldn't it have been acrobatics? That's my boy.
Do you want to say your number out loud?
2.
So you step on these steps, and you're so concentrating on stealthing that it takes you a while to notice these runes and to see that you're clearly walking into some kind of trap. By then, it is much too late. You look up, and there's a spiraling staircase going up, and bricks start to fall out of the wall, clatter all around you. Stones fall down the stairs, and the rumbling all around you. And then the whole tower collapses onto you, stone and wood. I think it all comes down on top of you.
Is there any big chunks of stuff?
Yeah, there's lots of big chunks. Yeah.
I will cast shield then.
Okay. You've as these stones start to fall down, you realise due to your really poor dice rolling that you do not have time to get out from underneath where this tower is collapsing. You throw your staff up in the air. Okay, as the rocks and tower collapses on you, you take 41 bludgeoning damage. All of you see that tower just collapse. Like, I'm going to say the whole front half of the church goes. So there's a big steeple on the front half. The whole of it just collapses in on itself. Most of the church falls down with the rumblings. Top of the round, Marlowe.
He's just gonna he's gonna hit things with swords then.
That hits just.
Ooh.
It just snicks through the armor. Yeah, so Marlowe, not like him being snubbed by the zombie that he thought was his pal, swings Talon around and slashes into his back. The zombie turns round, and as he does, Marlowe brings Talon back up again and cuts the jaw off the zombie. It just goes flying and goes over the wall.
Oh.
Looking at these graves, how tall are they? Are they like you could hide behind them?
Yeah, if you crouch down, I suppose you could. Yeah.
Oh
It
my
hits.
god.
It hits.
They are
I was a
so
zombie.
good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
You roll an 8. You roll an 8, but it still hits, and you do 8 damage.
And another
You killed
8,
it.
yeah.
And that zombie, he's dead. He did.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay.
You shoot him point blank, like right in the eye.
Yeah.
Just falls
Brilliant.
down dead.
Okay, and with my movement, I'm gonna spend 5 of it to see if I can jump over the wall.
Okay, you put one hand on the wall and go to jump over it, and your shoulder hits something that feels very much like wool, and you bounce
Okay.
back.
Okay, I will whisper to Gizzle that Frank is. I saw Frank in the tower before it collapsed.
No.
Haji, surrounded by lots of zombies and a bound dwarf behind you.
Yes. So the one on the bottom right, which Marlowe did a lot of damage to, is obviously the most bloodied, right?
Yeah, he, in comparison, looks ready to fall over.
So the one on the bottom right, I'm going to leave because I'm guessing it's more distracted with Jarlo, and
The one with the brand of castigation on is the only other one that's been hit.
so I'll go to the one south of me then, and I'm just going to do 3 unarmed attacks.
Nice. Double nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Triple nice.
Ooh.
Someone do me some maths while I describe. So your claws
Yeah.
come out, surrounded by all that cold energy, and you just start cleaving chunks of this zombie out in front of you, and do how much damage?
36.
36.
He's still coming on strong, still pressing in. All their like bony fingers are reaching for you. Big fellas, 5 of them going to attack you, Haji. 2 out of 10 of them are hitting with 22.
Ooh.
23 damage spread between bludgeoning and necrotic as these zombies just claw at you. So as these zombies claw at you, you feel the feral might rising, but you manage to stuff it back down for now. The other big zombie is attacking Marlowe. 10 damage on Marlowe. Scratches him across the face. 2 are going to attack Morric. 3 of them are going to hit Morric. A 20, a 21, and a 23. 27, 31, 39, 46 damage.
Jesus, I'm nearly dead already.
Between bludgeoning and necrotic.
Damn.
Yeah, so these zombies bash into Narlo, and he just wasn't ready for it. His heart was in the fight, but his mind never was, and he leaves himself open like he never would, and these zombies just smash against him, and he falls down unconscious.
Would have I seen that?
No, I'm going to say no, because the zombies are quite tall. He's a dwarf.
Okay.
You could see something was going on over there, but you don't know that he went down.
Okay.
Mark.
Oh dear. I can't escape. I can't run.
I mean, we've just introduced all our characters, and the next one will be.
Yeah, and new characters. Yeah.
That was
one of those.
actually our obituary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those ones in a computer game where like you're like 10 minutes in and you're just finding everyone's dead and you're like, what's going on? And you realise it's supposed to happen. It's like this is all a dream or something.
This is supposed to happen.
You'd bloody hope so, because we're about to all die. Yeah, I've got 5 HP left. I don't think I've got any items that can help. I could try putting a froster giant's penis on my head and seeing if it scares the zombies away, but I don't think that'll work.
Play dead,
Cool.
Morric. Maybe they'll be disinterested if you just pretend you're already dead.
Has anyone tried like an item that has got a spell of any sort? I mean, I'm going to die otherwise. I'm just going to see if the Wand of Wonder works.
So you pull this golden wand out of your bag. You've never used it before, but you did spend the time to attune to it. And you point it out and just kind of close your eyes and grit your teeth and point it in a certain direction. All right, first, I need you to roll a d20.
17.
You get to roll on the rare effects table. Now I need you to roll a d100.
Hopefully, this will do something amazing.
58.
Fireball centered on yourself.
That'd be a fitting end.
Oh, he's
Okay,
getting comfortable. Oh,
You've
look at
got
him.
to say, you've got to say who you were targeting.
I am targeting this one here.
It's not the best result you could have got. So you point the Wand of Wonder at this zombie, and you feel a wave of energy coming out of it, and it seems to tie you and the zombie together, kind of spiritually rather than physically. You and the life force of that zombie are now linked for a minute. Whenever one takes damage, the other takes half as much damage.
Basically, we have to keep the zombie alive now.
Yeah. So
Which one was it?
Only that one.
Morric just says, "Oh fuck." Yes.
Frank, as all those stones came tumbling down, you threw shield up last minute and it deflected stones, and you are now kind of crushed, kind of pressed in against the stones. Roll me a religion check, please.
Did not expect that one. Oh, I rolled a really good tonight. That's a 7. I'm using my inspiration. I've got inspiration. I'm using that. 17.
So you are still holding this shield with these stones pressing down on top of it, and you're looking around furiously for anywhere to get out, and you see at your feet a large black bird, a raven. You watch it as it darts underneath some rocks, and as it does, sunlight filters in through the opening that the raven went through.
Can I try and crawl the same way the raven went?
Yeah, I'm going to want acrobatics from you on this one, because you're going to have to kind of drop your shield and then dart for the opening as quick as you can. Yeah, I'm going to say you drop your shield, dart towards this opening. One big rock kind of smacks you on the back of the head, which I'll give you a d6 of bludgeoning damage from. Ooh,
6.
maximum 6 there. But you manage to scramble out through this hole as the rest of the church kind of drops in where you were, where your shield was holding it up, and you find yourself outside. You see the zombies attacking your friends. That fear of the zombies seems to have dissipated. So I'm going to cost you your bonus and reaction to get out.
So I've still got my movement. I was there when they started casting spells inside there, and they weren't working, weren't I?
Yes, you did witness that, yep.
I'm going to move towards the gate, and then I'm going to do healing word on myself.
Are you doing it so we can see?
Hey guys, magic! Yeah, look at this.
So you scramble out of the church, kind of hobble along the wall of the church, see all your friends being attacked by zombies, Morric on the edge of death, and then you kind of touch your chest and rubber yourself and heal yourself up.
I'm going for the door. I'm going to try and open the door from the outside, but I couldn't get there in one go.
Back round to Marlowe, Pete. So his sword is still inside of the ribs of this zombie, and he just, instead of bringing it back out, he just smashes it up, and the head just goes flying upwards.
First one dead.
Can he
Crashes back down to earth and dies.
Can he try and catch the head?
Definitely. Give me a dexterity roll. Is he catching it on his sword, or is he catching it in his hand?
With his hand, and then can he teeter it on the top of his other skull, on top of his head?
Yeah. So he grabs it and just quickly puts it on top of the dragon skull that he's already wearing.
Yeah.
That's your free item interaction. Marlowe is on fire when he's not here.
Yeah.
Because he's actually fighting and not doing stupid shit.
Yeah, so he grabs that skull, puts it on his head, spins round, and brings the sword round, crashing into the zombie on the other side of the zombie that Haji is attacking.
He saw the bit of the skull flew out of the side of the thing, didn't it? So he's going to try and step over the fence. Because he's a hollow one. I'm aware. He's classified as undead.
So he takes a slam from the big old zombie, taking 11 damage, and the other zombie hits him for 6 bludgeoning damage as he effortlessly climbs over the wall.
Thought so.
He says, "That was easy, Morric. Climbed over the wall."
That one, the voice he was doing is like, "Aha, Morric!
Oh yeah.
Follow me!
I just climbed over the wall."
Oh, as an object. Oh no, he's done his object. God, I tried to open the door. Bollocks. It's what he'd wanted though. It's what he'd wanted.
I was leaving.
Did I see Marlowe jump over the wall?
Yes.
And did I also see that bit of flesh from whoever's turn it was go outside of the wall?
Yeah, it kind of, it was the jawbone, it flew over the wall here. So yeah, I'd say you did.
Okay. I'm going to try something, and it's probably going to backfire massively. Move here. I'm going to, I don't know if I need an action or anything, to cut off a bit of this zombie. Like a hand or a... Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I hastily chop off a hand, and then I'm just going to, try and dive through the wall with this bit of flesh to get over the wall.
Give me a strength roll, please.
Strength roll? Oh, God. Strength is
not your forte, is it? I don't know.
-1, dude.
So you grab this hand off the zombie, hold it in your hand, dived over the wall, and you feel that barrier as the zombie flesh hits it, but you push through a little bit and get kind of your whole arm and the start of your face over the wall before the barrier pushes you back.
All right, I know it works now. I've got an attack. Can I use my attack instead to stealth?
Yeah. If you wanted to hide behind there, yeah.
Yeah, I will do that.
So you get pushed back from the wall, kind of land at the base of the wall, and just scutter behind the gravestone next to you.
Before I stealth, can I just shout to Morric? Morric, the flesh! Get some flesh!
Haji, how are you still alive, man?
I don't know.
Two out of 10 attacks hit you. So what you can see now pretty much is all the zombies around you have turned their attention to you. Through the throng, the other side, you can see zombies moving in the direction towards Morric.
I feel like I just have to try and take out as many as possible in the process. And I feel that's what Haji would probably do. So I'm going to do 3 unarmed attacks.
Alright, first 2 hits, second one, bottom one misses. 30 damage. So you keep just digging into this. Your hands are just getting deeper and deeper, pulling out intestines and lungs. Everything just smells fetid. You're just pulling it all out. You're disemboweling this zombie, but he is still standing up and wailing on your back.
Between, my 30 and 36, and with Marlowe's as well.
He's a tough boy.
80 HP.
That's the perfect noise for a zombie, Pete. You pour him wine, perfect zombie noise. Is that you done, Haji?
Can't do anything else.
It might well be you done then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The first zombie that hits you fells you, and you go down.
Whoop whoop.
Morric, can you give me an Arcana roll?
I most certainly can try. 24.
You see sigils appear on every gravestone, one at a time. They light up. As they do, every zombie in the graveyard crumbles to the dirt.
Save me!
Can I determine if that's because Haji went down?
You saw the sigils, and then you
Ooh.
saw the zombies. And
So he was the
then-
first one in.
He was.
And then what you see is the barrier on the wall start to shrink, and as it touches your back, it pushes you into the center of the.
It's another
Of
trap.
you're unconscious into the center of the graveyard. Oslevo, it picks you up next, pushes you from behind the gravestone. Gizzle, you as well. All of you just start getting pushed to the center of the tree. I need you, Morric, Oslevo, and Gizzle, to roll your choice of an Arcana roll or a Constitution roll.
Does me having a hand change anything?
Nope.
Is the trash compactor?
Okay, so you're pushing against this wall of force as it pushes you towards the center of the graveyard. It passes through you, and as it does, you fall unconscious. Frank and Marlowe, you watch this happening from outside the graveyard. You see this wave of force meet the tree in the middle of the graveyard, and then it goes flying out towards, well, outwards, and hits you and Marlowe, and I need you to do the Arcana or the Constitution saving throw.
Am I behind a wall? Do I have some cover?
It's going through.
I've got visions
Magical,
of when
innit?
Predator blows himself up at the end of the first.
Yeah,
round.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
Arcana-
Cool.
Like-
Yeah.
Hey!
One of us needed to
17.
survive.
So you got a 17. Okay. Excellent. So, Morric, Gizzle, Oslevo, Marlowe, and Haji. All of you fall down unconscious.
Yeah.
You are blacked out. Frank, you fall unconscious, but you are fighting it. Your vision's going in and out of consciousness. And you see a set of feet walking towards the graveyard, and they enter in through the gate of the graveyard and kind of look around. Then you black out again.
But
Then
they
you-
crow feet.
These feet are in boots. A Kenku would not be able to wear human work boots. They have very big talon feet.
Oh.
And then you totally black out again. And then the next time you fight back to consciousness, you feel hands on you, and your perception still stands. You feel humanoid hands on you. They lift you up, and you black out again. And then you kind of come to, and you are laying down. You can see the tree in the graveyard. You know that you're now in the graveyard. Feel your hand touching someone else's hand on the right, and your hand touching someone else on the left. And then you black out. And I'm going to go Pete. While you're all blacked out and unconscious, you have kind of fitful, feverish dreams filled with tentacles. Hundreds and millions of tentacles grabbing you, pulling at you, smothering you, just over and over again.